हाय एवरीवन। आज एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक के बारे में हम बात करने वाले हैं विच इज कॉल्ड ओनरशिप। मैंने बहुत सारे लीडर्स के साथ बात किया और वन ऑफ द मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट प्रॉब्लम इन द बिजनेस हैज बीन ओनरशिप, वेयर लीडर्स फील कि हमारे मैनेजर्स के पास ओनरशिप नहीं है, वो चीज़ों को ओन नहीं करते, बट द मैनेजर्स दे फील अदरवाइज। कॉर्पोरेट में जब भी कोई अच्छा हो तो सब ठीक है, लेकिन अगर कुछ भी गलत हुआ then everyone starts looking for who is responsible। बहुत कम लोग ये सोचने की कोशिश भी करते हैं कि आखिर ये आता कहाँ से है, ये किस तरीके के एनवायरनमेंट से इस टाइप का बिहेवियर इज क्रिएटेड। सच्चाई ये है कि ओनरशिप इज नॉट अ पर्सनैलिटी ट्रेट। इट इज नॉट समथिंग पीपल ईदर हैव और डोंट हैव। ओनरशिप एक कल्चर है और दिस कल्चर is built by the leaders. As our favorite Simon Sinek says, that customer will never love a company until employees love it first. And employees don't love organization because of policies. And this is, I think we all know that. They love organization because they feel trusted, they feel respected. उनको पता है कि contribution is something which actually matters. And today I want to challenge one of the biggest myths in leadership. Ownership is not delegated. Ownership is developed. And if you are a leader and if you're leading a team today, or people, or maybe you're preparing yourself to become a future leader, I think this conversation might completely change the way you think about leadership. I want to ask you something, that how many times have you heard leaders say that I have already delegated the work? I told them what to do. I assigned the responsibility, but they still don't own it. Sound familiar? I think it is one of the common phrase in the business if you hear leaders. But think carefully. Did you actually delegate a task or did you develop ownership? Because these are completely different things. Most of the managers, they confuse responsibility with ownership, but those are two different things. Responsibility का मतलब होता है that I have to do this because my manager have asked. But ownership means that I want this to succeed because I believe it matters. There's a huge difference. In ownership, there is emotion involved. One is compliance, the other is commitment. और सच बताऊं, most organizations have enough compliance. What they desperately need is the commitment. एक एग्जाम्पल शेयर करना चाहता हूँ जिसके थ्रू आई जस्ट वांट टू एक्सप्लेन यू। आई हैव बीन विजिटिंग lot many factories in my previous corporate job, and I wanted to take the example of the factory itself. So imagine there are two factory supervisors. Both are given the same target, same machine, same people, exactly same deadline. Supervisor A, he keeps checking every 30 minutes. Is the work done? Why are we behind? Who made this mistake? And every problem comes back to him. Now look at supervisor B. Instead of asking who made the mistake, he asks, what can we learn? हम क्या सीख सकते हैं इससे? Instead of giving answers, he asks better questions. Instead of controlling, he starts coaching. He asks great reflective questions. And 6 months later, guess whose team performs better? Not because they had better talent, but because they had better ownership. People don't grow under control. People grow under trust. As Peter Drucker beautifully said, the best way to predict the future is to create it. Future fit leaders don't create followers, they create owners. Now, we all know that we are entering an age where AI can write any kind of reports. AI can analyze data. AI can create presentations. AI can make strategic recommendation. So, what is the difference? क्या difference है? We need to understand those things. Not knowledge, not information, not the technical skills alone. The real competitive advantage will be human ownership because AI can generate answers, but only humans can take accountability. सिर्फ humans ही accountability ले सकते हैं. AI can recommend, but humans can take responsibility. AI कभी केयर नहीं कर सकता. AI cannot care, but humans can. और इसी वजह से leaders who will succeed tomorrow are not the ones who know everything. They are the ones who create environment where people think independently, where they solve problems, where they don't wait for permissions, where initiative becomes normal. That is the future fit leadership. बहुत सारे लीडर्स ये सोचते हैं कि जैसा मैंने पहले बोला कि बहुत सारे लीडर्स they have in this thing in mind. I was just talking to one of the leaders few days back, and the same statement: my people don't take ownership. But let me ask a different question: why should they? Think about it. If every decision needs approval and you ask for that, will people take ownership? No. If every mistake gets punished, will people experiment? Of course no. If leaders always have the final answer, why should anyone think? मेरे साथ ये हो चुका है. I have been in this situation when the leaders will answer for everything, when leaders will ask every minute about what is happening, they will stop thinking. Leadership unintentionally trains behavior. If you keep solving every problem, your team learns, my manager will figure it out. If you keep making every decision, your team learns, I will wait. And that happens, you will wait. If you don't allow mistakes, your team learns, better not take any initiative. Then one day, same complaint. My team lacks ownership. No, sometimes the system of the leaders, it lacks trust. Ownership does not disappear, it gets suppressed. This is where I would like to introduce a simple framework that I often use with leaders, and I call it the ECG, Purposeful Leadership Framework. And this is not electrocardiogram, but this is experience, contribution, and the growth. Because great leadership begins from within, and it has three very important pillars, as I mentioned. Number one is E, which is experience yourself. Owners start with the self-awareness. They have to understand themselves first. Ask yourself, am I creating dependency or capability? Do people wait for me or they grow because of me? A leader who does not own their own behavior, वो कभी भी expect नहीं कर सकते any kind of ownership from anyone. As the saying goes, the shadow of the leader is longer than the leader himself. And this is so true. People don't copy what leaders say, they copy what leaders consistently do. Number two is C, which is contribute beyond yourself. Ownership grows when people understand why their work matters. कभी कभी हम लोग सिर्फ टारगेट्स को एक्सप्लेन करते हैं एज लीडर, बट वी फॉरगेट टू एक्सप्लेन the bigger purpose and how do we align those with the work which somebody is doing. Imagine telling someone that we need to dispatch 500 units today. Now compare it with these products will reach thousands of family who trust our equality. बहुत difference है दोनों sentence में. In the first one, you're just talking about the target and the numbers. In the second one, you're talking about the emotion. Same work, different meaning. Purpose creates ownership. People rarely own the task, they own meaningful impact. And the third one, G, is the growth. Grow together. Future fit leaders don't create heroes, they create more leaders. Ask questions like, what do you think? What options do you see? What would you do if I was not here? Initially, it takes longer. You have to be patient. But over time, you build independent thinkers. And independent thinkers build resilient organization. If you're wondering, what can I start doing from tomorrow? Here are 5 practical ideas. Number 1, replace instructions with questions. Instead of saying this is what you should do, ask what approach would you recommend? Second, celebrate initiative, not just results, because initiatives create innovation. Third, allow safe mistakes. I can quote my example. My first manager, when I was going to the first factory of my career, he told me that, Devesh, it is completely okay if you want to do a mistake. That's completely fine. But don't repeat the mistake. And if you have done one, please inform me. And that creates such a safe space where of course, I will not make mistake, but I will, even if something has happened, I will not be scared of doing those things. So as a leader, it is important that you have to allow safe mistakes. Failure should become feedback, not fear. Fourth, connect every role with a bigger purpose. It is so very important that there are so many multiple roles in the business, but if you can connect those emotions of the bigger goal, the bigger purpose which we have with the work which they are doing, it changes the game. People don't wake up excited to complete spreadsheets. They wake up excited when they know why it matters. And the fifth, recognize ownership publicly. The behavior you celebrate becomes the culture you create. This is again one of the very important part where we crave for appreciation. As a human being, we crave for appreciation. We crave for somebody recognizing our effort. And as a leader, you have to make sure that every effort is recognized in the business. So those are the 5 very important ways you can change the game of leadership. Now, let me leave you with one final thought. The future of leadership is not about having more authority. It is about creating more ownership. थोड़ा time लगता है. It will take some time, but then in the long term, it is going to really help the business in a better way. Because people, they don't become owners the day you delegate work. They become owners the day they believe their contribution matters. Remember that leadership is not measured by how many people work for you. Leadership is measured by how many people can lead without you. I repeat that. Leadership is measured by how many people can lead without you. And maybe that is the real definition of success. If this video made you reflect on your own leadership journey, do share it with some of the leader which you really think that they should watch this one, because ownership spreads through conversation. And if you are someone who believes leadership should create not only better business but also better people, you are in the right place. I'm Divesh from Purposegenie. Until next time, lead with purpose and grow beyond yourself. Thank you.